Are you both ready?
I am ready.
Okay. Welcome everyone to another episode of Powerless, brought to you guys by AED&D. Myself is hosting, and Fork17. We have Dining Danger, the crazy DM, and Man Bear playing Frequency. Yeah, I'm playing Sparkstorm. We're episode 14, and I put the title as making it to the capital, but we'll see if we actually get there. I'm sure as hell hoping. Um, Before I send it over to Donnie, I just want to say, make sure if you see this, YouTube, like, subscribe on a podcast, give it a thumbs up, a rating if you can. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, uh, easiest way is tweet me at pork_17. That's where I'll see it first. YouTube, find the episode and comment on it. All those are much appreciated. Um, yeah, now that that's out of the way. Yeah, so put a little pressure. Maybe we can convince Donnie to draw us up a nice little. Oh, he did draw us up a logo. Maybe I
Yeah, I
can
did.
maybe I can get some t-shirts going.
No pressure required. It's already done.
That's true.
Now it's
But
all on you guys to do something with it.
that's a tomorrow thing. And then tomorrow after that. All right, I'll give Donnie a second since he just knocked over his setup. So
Well, I'm ready again.
all right, you can hear him, but you can't see him. Everyone, here's Donnie Danger for our recap. It's been 2 weeks.
What am I staring at?
I didn't realize I knocked over my Anyways, here we go. Last time on Powerless, after the brief skirmish with the Imperial squad. Don't really know what their purpose was, but you guys did make contact with them and you killed them. Took one of their ships. You guys saved a caravan that was knocked away. Um, you guys continued your little caravan ride back to the destination of the caravan. It's a subway station. You guys haven't seen it, but Brick has mentioned it numerous times. It's connecting to. Sorry about that. It's connecting to the capital. Anyways, that's the destination of your caravan. And you guys took a pit stop between your encounter with the troops and the subway. You guys chose to use that time to train. Brick was basically checking the route to make sure it was safe. He was using his sonar abilities to make sure there were no patrols. It was still dark out. Um, Frequency took the time to train a little bit with his laser rifle. Maybe he's trying out some new skills, some new abilities with different kinds of weapons. Sparkstorm took a little bit of time to test out his piloting skills with the Imperial light battleship that he hijacked.
That I did.
And I mean, it was neat. But I mean, you guys only had a few hours. So the caravan picked back up. The route was safe. And here we are. Our heroes are just about there. So let's begin.
Oh, you haven't moved my ship next to me yet.
No, I haven't. You guys are here. Oh, you guys aren't even on this map right now anyways. You're like on some sort of weird in-between map between here and the here, let me move you guys. Not that you guys are gonna be here for long. Alright, so you guys are just about here. Can you see this?
Yeah.
Alright. So I'm not gonna waste a lot of time moving tokens around. You guys are still in the caravan and yeah. Do you see where I am?
Yeah,
See where
I'm
I'm
just saying,
blipping?
you changed the map again. It's this wasn't here before.
Yeah, he added more to it.
Yeah, I just added some detail. I didn't change anything significantly.
Okay.
Um, so yeah, you guys are getting closer. You see a bunch of skyscrapers, a lot of tall structures. They look a lot cleaner, a lot less dingier than the cityscape in Lower Duet. But they're all very high up on elevated ground. It's clear to see that there is sort of an extensive defense network, sort of a wall around it. But it seems as though your caravan is closing on a lower section of the wall. Doesn't have any routes. I mean, patrol routes. Doesn't have any guards. Just seems to be like an open subway with a faint glow within it at the end of the desert.
So like we have like the entire. Does it look like the city was like propped up on stilts, or does it look like it was on like a plateau and then the subway was dug out underneath it?
It looks like it's on a plateau almost,
Okay.
and you might assume the subway was dug within the plateau. You guys aren't really sure. You see the subway. And it
So
looks like there might be some tracks that have been leading into the desert, but they're buried by the sand.
um I left my space or my like plane back a little bit, right? I hopped
Yeah,
onto the
you
caravan at this point.
yeah.
Um and so it I asked Brick, I'm like I kind of like get to do the does the caravan stop? I should ask when you get here.
It doesn't stop unless you want it to stop. That's where he's going.
Oh. Well, I'm picturing myself like taking a little bit of a nap. Granted, Frequency was taking the bigger nap, but like we didn't take a little bit of a nap.
All right. Um you hear kind of like a bell ringing, kind of like this quaint bell within the caravan you guys are riding in. You know, it's kind of like a coach wagon. It's pretty big, and you guys have beds. This destination's closing in.
Yeah, I hear the bell and I kind of shake myself awake at that point. Eh,
ETA 5 minutes.
are we on the same caravan as Brick, or is he on a different one?
He's riding your caravan. He's the one piloting the head coach.
Okay. I want to go to him and be like, so what's the what's the plan here? Are we just going through? Are we do we have to hoof it? Like,
Well, plan is I drop you off, you walk through the subway, and that's what you paid for. That's what this caravan service does. It brings you here. You're at the capital.
okay, so huffing it is. Here we go. How do we end up getting from down here up there? Or do we just have to
Subway
be
systems.
creative?
No, you don't need to. We've had runners scout the subway system before. They've dropped down markers. There should be arrows on the ground. The power system in there is a bit iffy. It's been getting worse lately, I'll be honest. But you can create your own light, or if the light's still working, you should be able to see where the arrows are pointed and know where to go. Though our runners have reported that, those spider things have been showing up more and more from around here, so just be careful.
The
I
spider things eat the dead robots, right?
Far as I've seen, that's
Oh,
all
this
they've
this was
done.
completely meta. This meta question. I'm
so
asking you,
from
operator.
what we saw is after we had that fight, the spider things came in and were encroaching upon the dead bodies as we
Yeah,
left.
the ones we marked. Yeah, I was just making sure because uh,
There are multiple assumptions you guys can make. If you want me to throw some ideas at you, you can make a roll for knowledge.
I was just trying to confirm what I suspect at least that they
Yeah, we
they
didn't
eat
actually
that.
see them tear them apart or like devour them, but we saw them encroach upon them.
If you guys want to make a knowledge check, you can, and I can give you the most informed idea of what's going on with them based on what you guys have seen.
Frequency is better off just running with his own paranoia.
All right.
I mean, I was flying, so I didn't see it.
All right. Yeah. As far as you've seen, yeah, the spiders did just encroach upon the bodies after they were defeated. That's what you witnessed.
All right.
Um.
Since
Yeah.
I'm talking to Brick, I want to go and give frequency a little shock. Oh, is it like a touch?
Frequency.
Man bear.
Frequency.
What? Sorry.
I said I'm talking to Brick, and as I'm talking to him, I want to walk over and give you a little zap to wake you up. Just a little.
Okay. Yeah, that's kind of used to you waking me up like that when we're on long trips, so I just kind of yawn and stretch. What, buddy?
I tell you like, hey, I got some good news and bad news.
What's the bad news? Yes, you can, buddy.
We have to hoof it, and also there's
Yeah.
some of those like spider-like things that have. It's been reported that um there's more and more of them in the sewers.
Well, maybe you can get your hands on the spiders and figure out some more about the more natural robots of this place. And I don't mind hoofing it. I've been napping for a few hours.
All right.
All right.
Um,
Sorry, I didn't catch all that. Was you asking me anything? I was putting things around the map.
No.
no, we're just making small talk.
Uh, okay. Okay. As the caravan starts approaching the subway, you see its light getting closer,
And
and
closer,
eventually,
and closer, and closer, and
and
then,
closer,
dun it,
and you
dun it.
guys get there. Boom. Okay. I'm going to.
All I see is black.
That's the point. Give me a second. You guys have reached the entrance to the subway.
Oh, literally, it's
You
all black.
Before we do anything, do you guys simply enter? Well, before I even say that, you do see the other entrance of the caravan exit. Um, Here, let me give you guys a little something to work with. You might place yourself here before you commit to entering.
So as we're here, I want to like do a couple test shots since I haven't used it too much of my illuminate ability, where literally I'm just sending an arc between my hands. Um, and that arc is going to create light.
Okay.
Just like a zzz, zzz, zzz. And like the bigger I make it, like the more light gets shined, so I can. It's variable.
Okay. As you do that, you create the light, and you notice that there is some sort of graffiti arrow painted at the footway of the subway. And Brick's kind of standing in front of the caravan, waving you guys off.
Bye, Dad.
It's so long. Make me proud, son. Wait, what? He doesn't say that. He just says, "So long. See you later." And he kind of goes, "Yeah." And I don't know why he does that because there's no horses, but the caravans start heading back out.
Force of habit.
Maybe
He's an old timer.
he is old timey.
Back in my day.
Back in my day, that's Brick. Anyways, just you guys now. You see the other people exit the caravan. They're kind of cloaked figures. You see that they underneath their cloaks, there's nothing too mysterious.
Yeah, I
They
didn't
just seem
assume
like
anything.
disheveled villagers.
All right, 120%. All right, there we go. Well, I mean, I only tested my light, but in the test that I saw the arrow lit light up. So it's more like a reflective paint versus like, yeah, I would say so like if there's a light it shines more, but like if without a light you can just miss it type of thing.
Yeah,
Oh,
it is kind of reflective paint. It seems like it was designed to stand out against light. The absence of it made it stand out all the more, given the light that you made. So the paint really stands out. You can clearly tell which way the arrow is painted.
It's like that old school paint that absorbs light and shines a little brighter for a little bit.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Anyways, the other villagers, they're kind of all looking at you guys. If you guys want to like look over them or talk to them, you can, but they kind of just want to get to the capital. Same as you guys.
There you go. I'm like, so do we want to have like a nice little sit down camp,
Didn't
picnic
we just
before we head on in, one last time in case we don't make it out?
one of them sheepishly says, "Didn't we just do that like an hour ago?"
Saying we have full health in none of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
I look at
You
my
may be
wrist
used
as if I'm
for
wearing a
accent.
watch, and I'm like, oh, was it that long ago?
Oh, yeah. Were you guys sleeping?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
Huh.
Weren't you?
I mean, our caravans were kind of uncomfortable. I don't know what it was like in the head one.
Yeah, pretty uncomfortable. I would say.
Well, thankfully the ride's over and we're almost at paradise. We're gonna find out what it's like to live the high life real soon.
I kind of want to look them over and be like, all right, so now that we're here, what do you guys have to defend yourselves?
You look them over and they kind of display they have well their lances are you can see and they're on display. They're a beam lance. They can use it to fight at close range. Uh it deals about 1d10 damage, but they don't have a bonus to hit. They're not fighters. The sticks are practical though. Don't know where they got them from unless you ask. Um, but they do have a secondary function where they can fire a 1d6 laser, but they're even less accurate with that.
Hmm. Cool.
As far as health goes, it's hard to make an actual assessment, but they do have mechanical bodies similar to just about everybody else you've encountered here. So you might assume that they're fairly sturdy,
Listen
but
to the
again,
battery
they don't.
dies.
Yeah. Though they don't seem like they're fairly confident about fighting anything just by their demeanor.
So yeah, I want to go. So freak, you ready to go?
Frequency.
What? I'm listening. No, I'm not. What's up?
Way to go. All
Yep.
right,
Totally
Donnie.
zoned.
Time to say that all over again.
Yeah. Say that all over again.
Okay. They're hooded figures. They're like kind of look like robots, like everything else you've seen in Duet. Their biology is very familiar to you. They're probably kind of sturdy, but they don't look like they're good at fighting. They're carrying weapons that can deal a D10 damage at close range, and 1d6. They have a sub function where they can shoot a laser, a 1d6 laser, but they don't have a hit bonus. They're not trained to fight.
Huh. So they suck. Great.
They have laser javelins instead of laser katanas.
Yeah. I'm not into javelins, and I'm gonna putz around with my new laser rifle for a little bit anyway. So
Okay, so are you guys ready to head in?
yeah. Bam.
Yeah, I kind of want to like. I'll think out loud. I'll tell them like, all right, we can lead the front. You guys just follow closely behind. We'll get through this.
They agree and nod, and as soon as you guys jump forward, the glow from Frequency's laser daggers slightly illuminates what's ahead of him. And you
There's a
see
dude.
a soldier on the ground. He looks badly damaged. He resembles, you can see, he resembles one of the Imperial soldiers you guys fought en route here.
Oh,
Parts of
hmm.
his armor seem to be eaten away.
I want to
Am I more
investigate.
curious about what fucked him up, or do I just want to stab him in his neck?
That's up to you. He seems barely alive.
Kind of brush it off, and I go, "Sparkstorm, dying robot," and I walk off this way.
Yeah, I already said I'm gonna go investigate.
Okay. As you approach him, he kind of looks up to you bit meekly. He's got like one hand kind of raised to you. Help.
Um, how am I supposed to help you?
He looks down in his gut, and you see his gut's basically circuitry, and there seem to be multiple loose ends. Uh kind of something looks like it attacked or snipped them apart, but he's got multiple pieces of circuitry just broken in his stomach. Chipped through his armor. His armor looks like it was melted away by some kind of acid.
Ew. I go to the other people with us. I'm like, hey, any of you guys know first aid?
Yeah, I know basic engineering. I can try to help him, but you see the guy that you're asking, his hands are kind of shaking as he's walking towards the soldier. Are you sure this is a good idea? He's with the Empire.
I mean, he was before. We'll see after you help him out.
All right. Do you want to allow him to operate on the soldier?
Yeah.
All right.
I tell the guy, I'm like, or the person, I'm like, hey, don't worry. If he decides to turn on us, our friend over there with those, shiny pokey pokies will make him drop before he can actually lift his weapon. And I say this long enough so that the person who's in pain right now can hear it.
Okay. Okay. Here. He kneels down and begins to operate. He seems a bit nervous, and you can see some sparks fly, and the soldier screams out in pain. Should I keep trying?
Can I give him inspiration?
Yeah. Um, and cheer him on. Your inspiration rating is what?
There's a 6 in the box.
Okay. He goes again now with your inspiring approval. Rolls a 23, and he stitches back the circuitry.
Solid.
Uh, y- yeah, the soldiers seems to regain some vigor. In fact, he gets back on his feet. He starts taking some breaths. You don't know why he's breathing, but you've noticed that these people from Duet do seem to at least appear to breathe, despite being composed of circuitry for the most part.
Yeah.
Anyways, as he's taking breaths and regaining his footing, he looks up at you guys. Are you with a rescue corps?
Or to make it for the sake of ease, yes.
Good. Swarm's worse down here than we thought.
What are
We
you here
increased.
for? They never told me.
We had patrols scouring the desert south of here. Apparently, there was a breakout at the west gates.
Break out of
It's been
what?
court. Well, the bugs. We think they're. Well, we don't know what they are. Maybe a glitch or something. Something wrong.
They
But they've
got
gone
out.
into. Well, gotten in. More like. We thought they were coming in from the west gate, but they seem to be worse here in the subway than they were in the desert. We had two groups, one patrolling the desert for their outbreaks. We haven't heard back from them. And one in here. I'm with them. I've been separated. I was attacked by a bunch of those bugs. But when I stopped screaming, they lost interest. I I think they might react to sound.
Well, I hate to break it to you, buddy, but the rest of your teams hasn't made it.
No. No, they can't be. Number 345. 347. No.
Hey, look at me, look at me.
He looks at you.
You were the lucky one. We were able to save you. You're with us now. We'll do this together.
All right. All right. Yeah, sure. There was a moderator with my group. We got separated from him. We just keep going back in. I might be able to find him.
I mean, just prepare yourself in case you find him in a way that you weren't expecting.
No, no, it couldn't be. I mean, like, he couldn't have been beaten by those bugs. It's impossible.
There's quite a lot of them. There's strength in numbers. You can't forget that.
He kind of does this weird praying posture. Oh, great Anubis, grant our moderators strength, that they might strike down these glitches and restore order to Duet.
Anywho, you're up front with that guy. I'll take the back. What's the information, guys?
Okay, how you guys want to move forward?
Bam.
Okay. He'll back you up right here if that's what you want.
He's gonna go with like side by side.
Okay. All right. And
I'll be over here, and all the other ones will be in between us.
as you guys go on, okay. Between you guys. As you guys go on, you can see that the subway lights, there are functioning lights within the subway. They seem to be flickering. And roll a perception check because the flickers are very brief and intermittent. Blinking, you'll miss it.
Gotta hate horror movies. Skill, right?
Yep.
22.
Okay, Sparkstorm.
As soon
You
as
guys are
Amber
heading
rolls. Bearded fella.
Man Bear,
Yeah, what's up?
are you gonna roll perception?
You muted yourself, by the way.
Okay. Well, I'll say frequency blinked, but Sparkstorm, while you're at the rear, you did see things kind of light up for a bit. And you see this far into the tunnel for a moment.
Whoa, okay. Zoom out a little bit.
You see that there are multiple routes forward. You can advise your group on which way to go.
So, what are the boxes and why are they different colors?
The boxes, basically all I did was leave some boxes transparent so you guys could see terrain, but any box is basically a solid thing that you can't walk past. I wanted to leave this open so you could see it was a broken train, but these are basically just debris. They're blocking the way.
Somebody's map?
What?
Did you steal somebody's map?
I didn't steal. It was on Google.
This Patreon. Patreon's usually paid for.
You can have some free subscriptions, but yeah. Someone else probably paid for it and then gave it up. Or the person who actually made it who could have put it up themselves.
There. There. Are you happy?
That's awesome.
Anyway, Sparkstorm, you're free to advise or simply allow the group to wander forth.
You
They
go,
don't seem to have noticed.
I call it, hey freak,
Yep.
how much do you want to fight those spiders?
50-50? I want to try out my new pistol or rifle or whatever it is.
That sounds more like a 70-30.
You're probably more accurate than I am, yes.
All right, then keep walking straight.
Okay.
Okay.
Bam.
As you guys are walking straight, it does become clear to you there are in fact spiders. That
I
brief blip of
immediately point my pistol, my rifle at it and pull the trigger.
okay, roll hit and damage.
The moment I see it.
Say again.
I want to do something after he. I want to do something after he does that.
Ooh, unnatural 20 for hit.
You hit. Roll damage.
Yeah, I gotta figure out how much. You never told me how much damage this thing does.
It's well, it was just a d6 plus 2.
Okay. What, buddy? No, I told you stop picking those up. Put it back. You're gonna hurt yourself. I know you want attention, buddy, but you cannot play with that. Seven.
You fail to hit, and as your
No,
bullet.
that's damage, dude. My hit was a 20.
Oh, okay. You hit, and it seems to collide with the spider, hitting it, knocking a few of its legs off, but it kind of perks back up and notices you.
Good
And
thing I
as
didn't
you,
check my attacks, huh?
oh yeah, you do.
I'm
But
gonna shoot it again.
as you do, your laser ignites, kind of like creates a flash of light as it ricochets and hits the wall behind it. You
What?
see that? Just saying, your laser creates light,
Oh, okay.
and you see forward further into the tunnel for that brief moment.
Oh, there's a nest. Looks like a nest.
Yeah.
Let's go blow up the nest. I call back before I pull the trigger. Sparkstorm nest. Want to go blow it up?
Um, it's okay. So I was doing something right after he shot that. So
Oh
before you
yeah, that's
actually
right.
call back
You
to
were.
me, what?
I said, oh yeah, that's right. You were.
Yeah. Before he actually calls back to me, I want to call the frequency and be like, "Hey, freak, the guy next to you said that they react to sound. FYI."
Yeah.
Well, we just took a bunch of them off then. Whoops.
We.
Well, we're partners, right?
I wasn't gonna shoot.
I
I was
still got a
gonna do a
shot.
stealthy slash attack.
Jesus. Frequency. Way to take point.
Yep. I still got a second shot, so I'm gonna try shooting them again.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what he gets for not listening to you describe the enemies.
This is true. 11. Well, technically, I wasn't around when you were talking to that guy. I walked off. 11 for hit.
It misses. It's small enough that your laser just kind of careens away from it.
Sad face. Okay. Well, that's all I got for my preemptive attacks.
Okay. Since you're shooting preemptively, the soldier next to you is going to try as well. What's your inspire check?
5.
Nine. On top of his natural hit bonus, he's feeling extra feisty and lands a strike.
15.
He's got a hit bonus of 9.
No, he's got a hit bonus of plus
4.
4.
But
Oh.
then your inspire was +5.
Oh. Okay.
As your laser strikes, his follows up and finishes it off.
Sweet. One down.
All right. Sparkstorm, you're up. Well, actually, everybody roll initiative. Let's do that.
My dog was making noises. 15.
Roll again.
Eight.
Eh,
Roll again, Sparkstorm.
21.
Okay, you're up next. Sparkstorm.
Like right now?
Yeah. You got the top initiative bonus.
Oh. Um, can I choose to go after the 3 in the middle?
Yeah, you can trade initiative with people with lower values.
Yeah. I wish to do that. I want to go more towards like the end of the order
Okay.
since I'm
You
at the back.
you delay your actions and see what happens around you before making your move. As you do that, frequency after your shot ricochets and like creates a little bit of life ahead of you. Maybe you're a bit
Mhm.
surprised at all the spiders, so you're a bit delayed. And so everything starts moving in. One, two, three, four. Okay. And as that happens, bunch of spiders start swarming in closer. The three villagers slash caravan riders uh kind of start backing away and ready their laser guns and try shooting at one of the spiders that's closing in on their position, the one that's coming in from the left route. And they all shoot wildly, their shots ricocheting around, not hitting a darn thing. The soldier that you are with readies his laser and tries to shoot as well. Actually, wait. Inspiration bonus. They all 8,
Oh,
9, 10, 11, 12. Actually, 2 of them actually do shoot. Okay, so that's 12. Actually, okay, so they do destroy this one spider closing in here. Okay, it's a good thing I remember the inspiration bonus. The soldier shoots
Oh.
and misses.
one.
And so they begin.
Okay, okay, and
Yeah.
frequency, Sparkstorm, both of you guys technically have the same role. Considering you delayed your action, Sparkstorm. So I'll say frequency, you go first.
Okay. There's too many of them for me to keep playing with my rifle, sadly. Are these guys in the same square? Because you stack three of them on top of each other in the same
Yeah,
square.
they have that ability. They can share the same space.
Okay. Just making sure. Because that means I could probably strike all three of them with one strike, because they all occupy a 5-foot radius.
If you have an AoE,
I don't really have an AoE. I was just asking. Oh,
No, I think
you
that
can't hit all of them without an AoE. I'll
uh,
just say that.
I think they act as if they're 3 individual enemies, but they're in the same.
yeah.
They can
Let's put the
stack.
square on this guy's head.
Oh, that was me trying to move things, and I accidentally still had things on draw shape.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to take out my daggers. 14 damage killed this guy. So I'm just going to strike one dagger at one and another dagger at the other.
Okay, do it. Hit and damage.
Okay, I've got a 14, a 25, a 11, and a 24.
3 of them hit.
Okay, so the guy in front of me is going to take the first one. The guy behind him is going to take the second 2.
Okay. Roll damage.
Doing so now. D6 plus 5. Okay, he takes 10 base damage plus 7 hot damage. And for the second guy, 16 base damage plus 16 regular damage. Or hot damage, not regular damage, sorry.
You managed to successfully slice and dice 2 of them.
Sliced and diced.
I'll just move them over here on top of this block. Bada bing, bada boom. There you go. They're dead.
I need the TV remote. I don't know where it is, buddy.
Barkstorm, you're up.
Those 2 are dead.
Yep.
So is this like a middle column thing that this square next to frequency?
Yeah, it seems to be a stack of fallen rubble that's blocking the midsection of the subway.
Okay. So like essentially like you have the 2 trains that were connected, I'm assuming, on the left, and then the
I need
middle
the TV
thing
remote to
in
watch
the
any
middle of
show,
the
buddy.
platform, and then something blocking, and so they really can't go the left route. We have to go the right path.
Well, not necessarily. You don't know what's further ahead in the left path, but you did see a blink of light and
Well, I'm
here.
saying right here, right here.
Oh yeah, you can't go that way.
Okay. I want to stick together. So I have a movement speed of what, 4? Move bonus 4.
Yeah, your move bonus is at least 4.
Can I get there?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah.
Okay. I want to use my EMP wave then. Oh no, my electric blast. Yeah, my electric blast. That's the cone of electric 4 range. Enemies cannot dodge. Target point blank takes 2 double damage. So I'm aiming it like forward into like northwest. If looking ahead of me was north. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah. So you're creating a cone going this way.
So it's like this.
All right.
Um. So roll damage.
Yeah.
Okay. 10.
Okay. 10 damage. Ooh. They barely survive. They seem to be holding on by a thread. They your blast hits them. They seem to stop for like a moment before getting back up, barely twitching and getting ready to strike back at you guys. And that is the round. And it picks back up with them since they actually did have the highest initiative roll. With
Wait,
all the
wouldn't
sound.
that only be 1 action?
Oh yeah, it would. You want to do anything else?
You're doing so good, Papa. I'll do the same thing again.
All right.
Um, yeah, might as well.
Roll damage right and proper.
12.
Okay. You destroy these 2. Bada bing, bada boom. And it's clear to see what's ahead of you with as far as you guys have gotten. And with the sound you've been making, you've attracted some company. 2, 3, 4, 5.
That have
And
turrets on its back.
yes, it's going to shoot you.
It does indeed look like that.
Well, he misses.
And he's gonna shoot you. I'm behind you and another dude. This is the first time that I'm not gonna be the one getting shot.
Okay. All right. Does a 9 miss?
Correct.
Okay, and then un momento. Oh, wow. Okay. It's the end of its turn. Sorry, I got some lag on my computer.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Anyways, the other spiders start moving in. 1, 2, 4. Okay. 2 move in on frequency. 1 moves in on you, Sparkstorm. Frequency did make the most noise.
Yeah, I don't think I really made any noise.
You made the EMP blast. It made something.
Electricity actually makes a lot of noise when it's out in the open.
Yeah, I would think so.
Oh, I did use electric blast, not EMP wave.
Does a 14 hit you, frequency?
It does not. Now, why am I getting aimed at? Oh, little guys are in front of me. Okay, never mind.
Guys,
Okay.
that you. There's too many guys that you
All
I,
right,
died.
I
I,
do
I was
have
thinking
some
it was a
lag going on.
different type of
I
attack that I
died.
used, but that's EMP wave.
Okay. Well, actually, now it's NPC's turns. This guy kind of takes a step back. Oh, he doesn't need to. There's an enemy right in front of him. I should shoot at this guy. Hits, dealing 4 damage to this spider over here to the right. These guys all kind of just group shot. They all kind of open fire on that thing over there. With the inspiration bonus, 2 of them hit. And it takes 10 damage. 2 of their lasers hit it dead on, but it still seems to be standing.
Excellent.
Okay, your guys' turn.
I want to call it the frequency. I'm like, hey, freak, what's that thing?
Big spidery turret one?
No, and I point at this pile of something over there.
Oh, I think it's their nest.
If you want to roll a perception check right now to do so, you can.
We'll check it out after we finish stabby stabby.
Uh,
Okay, well, I've got 2 more targets, and I've got 2 daggers and 2 basic attacks, so 2 stabby stabbies to each.
I say a nest. How do you say that just so calmly?
Because I like stabbing things, and nests are stabbable.
I
And
mean,
I've got a
wouldn't more of these guys pop
21,
up?
I don't know, 21,
They all
16,
hit.
24, and nope, 22, 16, 24, and 21.
3 of them hit. Gosh, you are angsty to get
Only
into the
3?
action.
16 doesn't hit.
Oh, 3 of them hit.
Only
Oh,
3? 16
16.
doesn't hit.
Yeah, 16 hits. They all hit.
Okay, I was confused.
I thought you hit with the 14 last time.
I did. P6 plus 5. Okay, so the first one takes a grand total of 16 damage, which should kill it. The second
Does.
one takes plus 8. 15 damage, which should kill it. So those should both be dead.
They're both dead.
And this gives me a movement ability. So I'm gonna go bam, 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 bam. I'm gonna go there.
Okay.
Well,
Sparkstorm. By the way, Sparkstorm, my bad. You are first in the turn order. I still moved you to the back on accident. But
No,
It's just
that's
you
where I
you
wanted my
going.
initiative to go.
okay.
Are you charging a movement penalty for climbing out of the? Because if it's a train station, like the tracks are in set. If it's like a normal subway.
I'm not giving you guys a movement penalty for moving over the tracks. They're decor.
I meant no, not the tracks itself. I meant like climbing out of where the tracks are.
What do you mean?
3 foot deep pit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I didn't think about that.
All right. Cool.
Um, yeah, no.
Forget I brought it up. Um. I want to. Well, I'll take my tomahawks and do a double tomahawk slash here, and then do a double shock as my second action at this guy.
Okay, hits and damage.
Okay, 50, 20 plus fives. Oops, I need twice of them. A 10 and an 8. They both miss.
Yeah.
Um, and then I want to do the double shock on this guy, the big guy, the
Okay.
spider looking thing with turrets on its back.
Hit and damage.
Um, dude, good. Blinking. Oh,
First one
so
hits.
oh yeah, I guess that's a 16 and a 12. No, a 22 and a 12. That's a D8. Okay, never mind. 10.
Deal 10 damage.
Yeah,
All right. What kind of attack is this?
just a shocking attack.
Okay. You release a shocking attack and it strikes it, and it hits solidly and firmly, but it's still standing.
Like,
And
bummer. I was hoping that'd be a lot stronger.
and since you are first in the rotation and you still use the turn delay, it could be your turn again if you want to.
No, I was moving my turn itself to after these guys. Not delaying
Okay.
like every turn. I wanted to move my place in the rotation to after they went.
Okay. You're free
If
to
you
do so. In that case, it is the enemy's NPC's turns again, and the enemies will go first. And a small spider lurches forward and tries to strike you, Sparkstorm. A 13 hit?
Nope.
Okay. The big spider shoots another laser gun right at you.
That one hits though.
19. Wow. Precognition.
Dude,
Maybe you should
I'm
be a character.
100% right so far tonight. Usually I'm like 2%, but
Yeah, wow. You take 4 damage. And then on top of that, the ability it was trying to use last round, it succeeds and shoots kind of a mine out of its secondary turret. Beep boop. Right here, there's a mine here. Um, the mine looks kind of weird, and you don't know why it launched away from you, but there it is. Um, the NPCs start acting. This guy, he takes a shot at the one that was right there.
Oh, bloody hell.
At home.
It's laying its eggs.
Rolls a 16 with the inspiration bonus and lands a shot. Did this thing take damage beforehand?
I haven't damaged it. No.
I think Sparkstorm hit it with an EMP wave.
No.
Anyways, he finishes it off. This little guy over here.
Oh, that
All
guy.
these guys over here, they start taking their pot shots at the big spider turret. I'm using the largest inspiration bonus, which is Sparkstorm, so it's actually a +6,
So
not a +5.
the other guy,
And they all miss. They're all frazzled and razzled and dazzled by that mine that thing launched. Who's pinging and why?
Me, because I'm bored.
Oh,
so the guy with the gun shot it last turn. The smallest spider.
ah. So then it is dead. It did take enough damage to finish it. So back to you guys. Frequency.
Okay. I'm pulling out my rifle. I
Okay.
know I could technically run up to it and, stab it to death, but I really do want to work with this. So I'm going to shoot it twice.
Every occasion is a learning occasion. Okay, roll hit and damage.
A natural 20 and a 13.
Nice.
The 20 hits. Deal 8 damage. Okay, it takes another shot. It's been taking a pounding, but it's still standing. And Sparkstorm, I know you're voluntarily moving yourself to the back of the turn order, but you are free to move again at your say-so. Otherwise, I will have the NPCs take their turns again.
No, like I literally, like the turn order there before me.
Okay.
Yeah. I didn't want to go first. So
Okay. Want to lay that out there just in case.
no.
Okay.
My as of the beginning, my turn is right before frequencies, but after that, that's where it is in the turn order.
Very well. The large spider readies its turret and shoots at frequency since she made the most noise last round.
Pew, 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 pew.
A 24 lands, I assume.
A net 20, of course, hits. Yes.
You take 3 damage.
But hits poorly.
Yes. It barely whiffs you. It seems as though the sound you made almost directed its action towards your shoulder or your gun arm, and it shot very far to the side of you,
Pew, pew,
barely whiffing you.
pew.
And as that happened, that mine that it launched, from that mine, legs sprout. The mine was not a mine. It was another spiderling. And it lurches forward. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it can go that far. Right at use frequency.
WTF, mate?
Damn it! I knew it was an egg.
You should have blown it up then.
And
That's
it
not
tries to it tries to bite you and misses. Sparkstorm, you're up now. Oh wait, NPCs? Friendly NPCs are up. Okay, if you want to direct them, you can. Otherwise, I'll have them do target the biggest thing. Okay, the soldier targets the giant spider mech. He lands his shot, dealing 5 damage, hitting its armor. All the other caravan riders start taking pot shots at it. They all land their shots.
Damn. Really damn.
Yeah.
But
All their shots actually hit all the right parts. At first, you notice their shots almost seem to be like pinging off of its armor, almost doing nothing, but they land dead on and wind up finishing off this giant spider mech.
Congrats, buttholes. Stole my target practice.
I mean, you can tell them not to fight back. They might listen.
I mean, they just rolled an unnatural 20 and then 2 max rolls on their damage.
And the little spider did take its turn. So frequency, you're up.
Trying to do.
I'm up. The big thing's dead.
Yeah,
Stab the little thing, I guess.
hit some damage.
A 26, a 25, a 9, and a 14.
Uh, 3 of them hit. Go ahead and say you kill it.
Oh,
If you want to be fancy, you can.
Shitty roll. But no, I just stab it, stab it, stab, stab.
No, with a
Okay.
+5 modifier, you take it out.
Yeah, the modifier is the only thing that saved me on that one.
The little spider is dead. Everything nearby is dead, and the subway is dead silent. But as you guys have finished off your opponents, and nobody's spoken a word, you do hear something at the end of the tunnel, far off into the distance. Sounds like the distant rattle of gunfire echoing far down there. And you hear a rustling, a scurrying of spider mechs getting quieter,
Uh,
almost as if a bunch of them are being drawn somewhere.
how big is one of these?
Which one? The small ones?
Yeah.
Small ones, I'd say, are about the size of a basketball, but with like spider legs.
So that
The
big
mid,
one's pretty big.
yeah, the big one is about the size of oh, let me see. Let's say,
Well,
do you see me? This laundry basket, but with spider legs.
okay, okay. So like double the size of a microwave type thing.
Yeah, like a laundry machine almost. Like, well, probably more like triple the size of a microwave, but with spider legs.
I want to
It's
pick.
not, it's not, size is inflated by the legs.
I want to pick up one of the tiny ones for now, like the one in front of me, if it's not as destroyed.
I'm exploring this thingy.
Um, and then I want to go and use my engineering knowledge to figure out as much as I can from this big one. Figuring I can learn from the bigger one and then apply. Like it'll be easier to figure out stuff on the smaller one.
Okay. Roll a d20 plus engineering check as you're doing so. Frequency, I'll get to you.
D20 plus modifier. Ooh, 14.
Okay, as you're tinkering around, its components seem kind of weird to you. It doesn't seem to be put together the same way as anything else you've encountered in Duet, which is surprising considering everything in Duet almost seemed universal, like it was made by the same person almost. Um, but these ones seem completely put together in a different format. You also notice that parts of it seem to be vanishing before your very eyes as you begin tinkering. You might be familiar with this. Uh,
So I'm assuming it's dualium
yeah,
infused at least.
yeah. Components of it seem to be dualium.
There's no way of me stopping the.
You could uh, immediately try to do an enchanting check and remove the enchantment upon it, but I think let me look at your recipes. Well, yeah, you're not trained to do so. This is something you could train to do is remove the enchantment or at least debug it before it does this, but you don't have the skill to do so.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm only like barely level 1. Um, but the fact that I know that that's happening, I can work like quicker next time, type of thing.
Yeah. Or take it while it's still intact and try to preserve it. That is also an option, a dangerous one though.
You mean while it's still moving?
Yeah.
Yeah. Um,
As for frequency,
yeah. We'll pause there.
you do notice that this thing seems similar to the power station, the warehouse that the Ravager leader was siphoning power from, but this one seems fractured, broken. Portions of its exterior seem scattered across the ground, though the portion it's rooted to seems generally intact. It does seem to be giving off a faint glow, as if there's still energy coming from it.
This is not my area of expertise. I can't stab it or loot it. Um, yeah. I pick it up.
You can't pick it up; it's rooted to the ground.
I cut around the base of the ground. I do have laser daggers.
You
You have laser daggers. You don't have a lightsaber.
okay?
Lasers can cut through stone.
You
No.
start roll a perception check. Frequency, you barbarian.
It must be weird having somebody else playing a barbarian on you, huh?
This is so weird.
6.
um, as you're cutting with your laser daggers along the root of this power structure, it occurs at the back of your mind that maybe this might be a fruitless endeavor, as maybe it's just
Danger.
maybe it's kind of a tunnel to a power source underneath. But that's just a vague thought at the back of your mind as you slowly try cutting deeper into it.
Well, it's vague, so I continue to cut.
Barstorm, you're free to do or say anything you want. Everybody else kind of just like looks at frequencies like scratching their heads. Mister,
I'm busy. What do you want?
I was just
What,
wondering,
buddy?
you all right to keep going yet, or you want to keep doing that?
So he's trying to cut this thing out,
Yeah.
and all right. So I'm gonna get back next to them since this thing's pretty much disappearing. And I want to go pick up another spider because I have the one on me for now. We'll see if it's still there when I'm done. But I want to pick up another one of these that are on the ground and walk towards where frequency is, and like then sit down and just like start cracking it open.
Okay. As you guys are taking your time, you crack that open. You do realize roll a engineering check.
Gladly.
I mean, I need
Ugh.
one
15.
character. Anything.
He's DMing. He doesn't have to care.
You do realize that at least a few of the components are not made of dualium and are still intact, and
Guy with the
it's
face
not as
right
simple as
there.
working at it and understanding how it's put together schematics wise, since most of the components are actually missing, but some are still there. If you wanted to keep it as scrap, you could do so, but as far as function goes, it's
Well,
not
there's
really
a
apparent how you would
giant
restore it.
So
It looks like a giant map to me.
I want to pretty much record what is here. I'm figuring it's going to be like a puzzle where like if I have everything of what's currently here, the next time I open one of these, I can see what's actually missing from from this one. So if I have like blueprints that I can, jot down real quick on my tablet thing, I could then fill in the gaps when we get next one.
Very, very good idea. Um, so I will say roll a d20. No check. This is just the benefit of your engineering knowledge succeeding.
11.
Um, you do gain quite a bit of insight into how these things are put together based on all the spiders you've encountered so far and what parts are still intact. But their general full schematic is still a mystery. You
Okay.
go to your character sheets, just jot down something. One second. Spider mech. 11. Okay. Okay, you've gleaned what you can. All the other dualian parts are missing. But as you guys were investigating, the gunfire echoing at the end of the tunnel is gone. It's dead silence again. There is no sound.
Still cutting through the rock, right?
Yeah, everybody's kind of watching you confused.
Okay, just making sure.
I mean, if he's doing that, can I crack open the other one that's on my waist? And I'm like, oh, okay, Willem's gone, but I can at least like double check to make sure that they're all put like I'm checking one to finish the schematic of up to the point that I can, and two, I'm checking to see like if the insides are identical or if like um if essentially like if they're made like a precise assembly line or if they're just made by someone just all right. I'm just gonna plug this here, 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 here. So like I'm trying to see how like exact this one is made compared to the other one.
I will say that
Spawn.
all the small spiders seem to have a uniform layout. They might be part of the same batch. The bonus that you got is based on like all of these here.
Gotcha. Okay. So then kind of waiting till if frequency is taking too long.
Frequency, you want to roll a d20 plus, I'll say, strength. Frequency,
Working on it.
Say if he's taking too long, then I'm gonna try to make a schematic of the big one while I wait.
okay, frequency is still cutting away. It's not really getting very far. It is straight up metal. In fact, as he's cutting, uh, the metal almost seems to be reforming
I thought he
as
was
he's
cutting through
doing
the
so.
concrete.
It's not concrete. By all appearances, it is a metal chute coming from the ground.
Oh, okay. I didn't think he was cutting the actual thing. I thought he was cutting around the thing.
Yeah, I thought he was trying to like cut down this metal chute like it were a tree.
It's for him to confirm.
Anyways, as he's doing so and continuing to do so, you approach the medium-sized spider mech. Roll an engineering check.
22. Finally.
Okay. You do realize that by now all the duality components are missing. So you are able to glean what you can from it. So roll a d20.
Yeah, like I said, I'm doing like with the other ones. Oh, a 4. I want to do like with the other ones and just like I can draft it out without the parts and then fill in the gaps later.
Uh, this one's a bit more of a mystery to you. You waited a while. Also, like Grand, all the others have the same layout, but you don't have anything else to compare this one to. So it's much harder for you to gauge how it's fully put together.
Mm-hmm.
You only gain a little bit of insight as to its final schematic. Anyways, frequency,
Yep.
roll a perception check.
Okay.
It You're still cutting. You're a bit confused as to why your knife isn't getting very far. You are still chipping shit away, but
Is stuff still moving, or is my knife stuck? Because I'm not that dense.
it seems like your knife keeps cutting stuff away, but it doesn't seem to run out of stuff to cut away.
Okay, but I am making at least some progress.
You feel
It's
like
like
it,
you're
yeah.
going in circles, and by the time you're halfway across the circle, it starts healing. And by the time you get to it, so it's like an endless spinning yin yang. Let's see, of cutting and healing.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Okay, well, I kind of stopped. Again, I'm not that dense.
I swear I
Everybody's just
cut
looking
past
at
this panel earlier. I think I'm lost.
you. No, you're not lost. These chutes are connected to a power source far beneath the planet. I think somebody explained this to you at least once. They are kind of just conduits to the power source. There's nothing really special about them, but they are directly connected to it. You might surmise that they're also dualium. But other than that, and what's going on around here, the spiders did seem drawn to it. And a tunnel does lead further in. If you guys want to keep going.
Sorry, I just got tagged in this red or Reddit post on my thing, and it's essentially my character for Man Bear's campaign, except this one's female when I'm playing a male on that one. Got
What Sarah or the Dragonkin?
the Dragonkin. Like here.
Yeah.
Um too much light.
Oh, I see it. Kind of. Very glowy. Yeah, it's hard to make out a lot of the detail. The glow kind of overtakes everything.
Oh what now?
Hold on. Oh yeah, I can see it.
So like I think mine is a little more Dragonkin, but like that's essentially what my character is, except theirs is a female and mine's a male.
Cool.
Um So when I notice that he stops, I want to get back to the group. Be like, we ready to move on now?
I mean, we've been ready, and the soldier's like, yeah, I got to get back to my unit.
I I, uh I look at the soldier. I'm like, whatever you say, man. I have hope for you too, but I've not my first run in with these things. They're dangerous.
Kind of looks down a bit sad, and he looks back up. I have hope too. 343, 346. I will find you.
Um, I want to walk past the charger and try to, absorb some power. Rejuice myself.
You can do that. You did that with the last power station. This one doesn't seem quite as potent as the last one, though. Given that you guys are kind of taking your time here, you can top yourself off.
Cool.
Okay. Few moments go by, you recharge. Everybody's raring to go.
Oh yeah, I'm waiting on frequency now.
What are we waiting for?
Waiting
You.
for you to get
What about
going.
me? I told you I was done.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
well,
joined and I started charging, and so I was waiting for
Oh,
you to keep moving because you're in front.
okay.
are you all here tonight?
He's watching TV.
70-30.
Stop multitasking all the time. Jeez.
You should be used to it by now. I've been doing it for 10 years of D&D.
Makes me feel a bit neglected.
Neglect your butthole. I
Anyways,
move.
I would appreciate that. Please neglect my butthole.
as you move forward, uh, you can see that there are some functioning lights in the subway. Some lights forward. Uh, there's a spider right in front of you. It hasn't noticed you.
Hold on. We can do it before we go to bed, buddy. Do I see both of these?
Yeah, you see the feet of a spider all the way up here. Seems to be a mid-sized spider mech.
Okay. I move back. And I say quietly, we got two. One small, one big. At least. That's all I can spot. I could probably quickly destroy the small with very little noise. But I can't guarantee anything on the big. And if we get into another fight, we're probably going to draw more to us.
Yeah, I need the big one alive so I can go take that one on real quick and
So we're planning big fight then?
call for you guys when you need it. You guys sneak your way. Um, where is the big one? Up to like left, right?
Top left.
Are you guys able to go to the right? Do you know if there's anything blocking you forward or what?
Not no.
Um,
We can go somewhat to the right, but I can't see very far past
okay. Well, I'll follow the left side. And hopefully I won't alarm it.
it. Sneak
Okay.
speed the shit out of this guy.
Wait. Before anybody does anything, do you want to maybe roll a perception check, either of you, just to get a clearer perspective what little you can see? Sparkstorm?
Evan.
I see this big guy, and that's all I need to know.
Okay. I gave you guys a chance.
I tried. I rolled a 7.
Okay, that's your sneak speed, so I'm assuming you're committed to the attack.
Oh! No. That was my perception.
Oh, that's your perception. Okay. You can see that this over here does seem to lead into a bigger walkway. You can't see anything past the spider mech that seems to be taking up the space here. As for this, you can't see anything else.
Okay, so play stays the same. Cool. I'm gonna sneak speed the shit out of this guy now then.
Oh, we told the other people to just to follow behind us and stay quiet.
Yeah, they're
Okay.
supposed to stay with us. Sneak speed. Two from skill. I get 4 from super speed. And 2 from sneak speed itself. So that's a total of 8. Damn, a natural 1. Not
Okay.
my night. So
Is
I
that
run up to it, but not very stealthily.
okay? Cool.
But I'm still gonna try to kill it really quickly with my daggers. I just don't get that whole cool, fancy blur, and then I appear there.
Yeah, roll hit and damage.
Doing so.
So it's not flat-footed, is what you're saying.
I never knew if I really even got a bonus for that. It was just one of my cool things that I do. Okay, so the first 2 obviously hit. The last 2 are a 13 and a 12.
First 2 hit.
Just the first 2?
Yep.
A grand total of 18 damage.
All right. You successfully destroy it.
Pew pew. Well, no pew pew. Those are my daggers, but still. Pew pew.
Was anybody going to try and do anything else simultaneously?
I mean, I'm not as quick, but I'm start like he's going after that one. I'm sneaking my way up to this guy.
Okay, roll sneak.
Um,
This is all happening at the same time as frequency sneak speed.
I don't know the audible range that they have. Correct.
No, you don't.
Okay. Um, D20. What's sneak? A 12. What's my movement for while I'm sneaking?
Um, I didn't actually create a movement penalty for sneaking. I would say, while sneaking, your movement is restricted to 5, unless you have something like sneak speed. So
Yeah.
we'll just go with that for now.
Yeah, so I can't even get there. So
Yeah, unless you have some sort of ability that's specifically tailored to moving quickly while being sneaky, it's 5. Or your base speed is stat.
yeah,
Okay. Do you attack at the end of your movement?
no.
Okay. Um, well, on top of frequency not being sneaky at all and making quite a bit of ruckus with the slashing, and you not being all that sneaky yourself, uh, you do see ahead of you that this corridor here does display quite a bit more.
So I see the second one.
Yep. And these guys, considering you guys did make the first move, did you want to direct them to strike or attack? Do anything, maybe?
I advise them not to attack the big guy on the left.
Okay. They hold their action, and so it is on, well, roll initiative.
Um, mine's a 21.
Frequency, roll initiative.
You don't wanna. Not like I'm gonna beat a nat 20 anyway.
Jesus.
11. I've
Okay.
been rolling like dookie today.
The spiders, after hearing all the noise, this first one rushes down to Frequency's location since he did make the majority of the noise. 1, 2, 3, 4. It moves all the way over here. This one, 1, 2, 3, 5. Moves over
Activate
here.
reflexive surge.
All right. Um, 14, 13. Does a 17 hit?
With reflective surge activated, baby.
Okay. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Does a 21 hit?
Yes.
Okay. One of them actually hits you with its laser gun for 4 damage. And then one of them shoots a laser mine. Well, shoots a mine over here. Just in the middle of the tracks. It just shoots a mine in the middle of the tracks. Um, and your guys' turns. Frequency. Sparkstorm, you're first.
Okay, so we have the two big guys and the future baby in a triangle formation, pointed downward.
Yep.
So the big guy on the left, I can't really tell based on the map. Um, with the high. Do I have the high ground, or is it like on the side of the wall, or?
I will say that this guy's kind of like in and out on the railroad, and I'll take into consideration railroad now. Um, you have the high ground, a little bit of the high ground.
So I want to sneakily jump, and then I want to like land on top of it. Does it? I'm assuming I can land on top of it. I'm not too big for it.
Yeah, you can land on top of it. You're not too big for it, but if you want to like hold on to it, that would be a grapple check
Yeah,
on top of hitting it.
I'm not gonna hit it though, but I'm gonna hold on to it.
Okay, roll d20 plus, I'll say strength, since this isn't actually a skill that you have.
Grapple's not a skill.
Not something you've been leveling.
Do I have to do anything for my sneak?
Um, Not currently. They're more or less aware of your guys' general position. Unless you're trying to reduce your aggro, you could roll a sneak check.
Well,
They will.
they're focused on the sound coming from frequency. I don't want them to realize. I mean, I'm landing on it, so I'm not really worried anymore. But I didn't want them to like turn and face me as I'm jumping on them.
Okay, I'll roll sneak while you're doing this, but at disadvantage since you are kind of jumping right on top of one of them.
Sure, why not? Wait, is this speed, right? No, charisma.
What?
Oh, wait, what's sneak?
Oh, sneak is skill.
Oh, everything's skill.
Well, most things that require some sort of finesse are skill.
Okay, so my overall sneak for this play with the disadvantage comes to a 6. My grapple comes to a nat 20.
You successfully grapple, though you do make it more of a commotion than you would have liked.
Okay. Now that I'm on, instead of attacking, I want to like open up a panel.
All right.
Just
It is still dark around you, and you're not terribly familiar with this thing. So roll a perception check before you go along with this next thing.
I'm hoping that the experience I just had with the last one will help me here. An 8.
Not quite. You only had experience with one of them, and it is a frantic moment. This thing is firing lasers next to your face at frequency. You're fumbling to look for the control panel, and you don't quite find it just yet. Um,
Control panel. They have a control
um,
panel?
Open panel, any sort of panel. You're looking for a general panel. I said control panel just because that's where my vocabulary directed me.
Oh, okay.
Um, but anyways, having failed that, the rest of your posse decides to open fire unless you want to direct them otherwise.
Are they opening firing at me?
No, at the Spider Mechs. Why would they shoot you?
Because I'm on the spider mech.
Okay, if you want to hand out an order, you can do so.
And, I mean, I do say whatever you do, don't shoot me.
Okay.
N-
They kind of spread out and shoot this one over here. They all land. Oh. It takes 1, 2,
Yeah,
3
the right
damage.
answer. Wrong.
Just 3. The soldier shoots.
Wait, the one person rolled a nat 20?
I misrolled.
Oh. Okay, okay.
Okay. The spider gets bombarded by a hail of laser fire from your group, but not the one you're riding, Sparkstorm. Anyways, spider's turns are up. They are still focusing on frequency for now. He did still make the most noise. The ones at the back are shooting from a distance. 20. Frequency of 21 hits, right?
Yes, sir.
You take 8 damage.
No, I don't. I
Well,
refuse.
if you have DR, you don't.
I refuse to take your damage. It is your damage, not my damage.
Okay. Well, jot it down somewhere. And the other one shoots at you and lands another 21. And you take 7 damage.
Or
Yeah, they both shot at you.
why? I haven't even hit them yet.
Well,
You made
you
noise.
you got all the aggro
How
for
is it their turn again after they've already shot me before it's my turn?
What was the turn order?
I don't know. But they've shot me twice, and I haven't been able to hit them yet.
Okay. Take your turn. I may have messed up the turn order.
You're a jerk. I am going to use reflexive assault, which allows me to attack 3 times with giving up my movement speed. Oh, it's assault surge, not reflexive assault. Sorry.
Okay.
So I'm going to pew pew with my rifle 3 times.
Hitting damage.
16, a nat 1, or no, 17, a nat 1, and an 18.
2 of them hit.
5 plus 4, so 9 damage on this guy.
All right. Your laser's hit. It's still standing. Is that your full round?
Yeah, I can't do anything else.
Okay, and I will. Sparstorm, you're up.
Um, yeah, I'm just using my actions to uh I'm using my actions to try to open this up so I can investigate.
All right,
Or
roll
if I could find the power off switch, that works too.
roll engineering check.
A natural 20.
Since you've been on it for 2 rounds and you were somewhat familiar with these things, you know how their exterior looks and where to look. Um, you notice that there is kind of a soft flap, kind of a portion of their armor plane that can lift up. Um, and you reach for it and you pull it up, but there doesn't seem to be any levers that you're familiar with. In fact, everything just seems to be straight circuitry under this flap. Doesn't seem to be anything made or designed to be tampered with by hand, though you're free to try and do so if you have any tools on hand.
I don't know if you have a gaming tools. Oh, I do have a flashlight on me though.
It will make it easier to see what you're looking at. Oh, these things are kind of moving around.
Um, yeah, I don't really have tools per se. So,
Well, lacking that, uh, it is mostly circuitry and parts that don't seem to be made to be operated by hands.
I make note of that and I start writing stuff down. On
As the spider's flailing around, Sparkstrom pulls out his notepad, starts jotting down notes.
I'm using the scroll and I'm drawing on it. I'm gonna use since that was my first action, I'm gonna use my full second action to just keep investigating, or however you want to do it.
You just want to keep investigating it?
Yeah, since I wasn't able to like schematic it all beforehand, because I mean the dualium
Oh,
stuff was missing, so I'm doing that while it's still alive.
okay. Roll a d20.
Just straight.
Yeah. Well, roll it twice with advantage. I'll give you advantage. Take the higher roll.
13 and 19, so 19.
Okay, since this thing is intact, you're able to get a fuller picture of its workings. You can go and jot down 1925. Okay. You actually have a better understanding of this thing's composition than the small spider mechs. It's not complete yet, but I mean, you have a pretty good working idea of how these things are generally put together.
I'm hoping that, I'm not really making a sound so that it's gonna be still focused on the other ones, but
Yeah, you haven't been terribly noisy. Um, Anyways, a small spider mech does hatch from this mine.
Richard says hi.
Hi,
hi
Richard.
Richard.
They say hi.
Boom. Mine's gone. And a spider mech appears in its place. And since the two big ones preemptively took their turn because I messed up the turn order, now it is their turn, and the small spider mech will be the only one to move. Boom, boom, goes down, tries to bite you, frequency.
With razor sharp teeth since it's metal.
I've been rolling really well. Yeah, razor sharp little metal teeth designed for gnashing and tearing apart metal. A 22.
It's like baby's fingernails.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, sure. Um, pinch D4. Oh wow, this is actually the first time one of these guys have hit you. Um, okay, so you take 4 damage, frequency.
Okay.
Yeah, it just bites down on you. Little small metal teeth bite down on you, and your posse springs into action. Uh, you want them all to direct fire at the big mech over here?
I don't care.
Okay. I'm glad you're so invested in my campaign. Makes me glad to have come back into this.
I am invested. Thank you very much.
Two of them land their strikes.
One with a nat 20.
All right. Hail of gunfire. The soldier takes a shot. Oh. Slash RT.
How much have you drank in the night?
A lot.
Yeah, I was thinking you really only get putsy about my dual tasking when you're really drunk.
Oh, of course. That's why you're curious.
Yeah.
Nothing else. Anyways, the soldier does land his strikes. Three damage on the spider mech. Okay, the large spider mech is incapacitated. He gets taken out by that last strike there. Okay. Da 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 da. Back to you guys. Frequency, it's your turn.
Well, you killed my mech, and he's dancing on his, so I'm just gonna stab the little guy next to me.
hits
Actually,
and
you know
damage.
what? I'm gonna access reflexive surge or reflexive assault again, or assault surge again, and I'm gonna use my laser on him instead.
Okay. Hits and damage.
Working on it. Nat 1, a 21, and a 4
Well, one of them hits.
for 3 damage.
Wow, I think this is the first time your single target DPS didn't finish off a weak target in one turn.
Well, I am using a new weapon that I've barely leveled.
Oh, well, that make a little bit of sense. Yeah, it's still standing. Sparkstorm, you're up.
My foot itches, and I'm trying to use my chair like leg, and it's not quite hitting it right. I'm too lazy to bend down and use my hand. Anywho, I'm doing the same until I'm gonna keep doing this currently until my schematic I feel is complete.
Okay, I will say, based on your past turns, you know that there is nothing more you can glean without ripping apart parts of its metal exterior.
All right, I rip a panel off or something.
Roll a strength check.
I take my tomahawk and slice a hole in the side of the mech and stick my head in.
Okay. Roll a d20 plus strength.
I'm figuring this thing out. A 6.
You jam your tomahawks into the sides of its metal exterior. Its metal plating's fairly durable. Um, you kind of just leave dents in the sides of it. Uh, doesn't even seem to impact it that much. Um, you could just roll damage, basic physical damage, since this isn't a special ability for your tomahawk.
Gotta figure out my damage.
I think it might be a d6 plus strength.
Even less than that. Never mind, it is 6. I rolled the
So you're
same for my hit as I did for my damage. No,
so
damage as I did for my hit.
you basically succeed in delivering some blunt strikes to its metalled exterior, notably not dealing that much damage. It is armored. Um,
I
you
go
don't
again.
really you don't manage to pry it open. Okay. Roll a strength check again.
I go again. If I wasn't trying to be so precise with this. A 17.
Oh, okay. As you land your hatchet in, your tomahawk in, you do manage to actually pry off a side of its plating
Yes.
and roll a perception check without disadvantage.
Adding skill kit. I don't know what actually I added. I'm sick of asking. 12.
Nothing for this.
Wait, nothing?
Okay.
No modifier?
Yeah, I've just been taking your standard
Oh,
rolls since you're trying to assess
8.
something alien to you. Okay. You you basically got how these things work. It's pretty weird. It doesn't look like it's made like anything else in Duet. But you understand its components. It's you got the schematic jotted down.
I put some notes on it, and then I'll figure out what I'm going to do next turn.
All right. Frequency, it's your turn.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm gonna do the same. You know, it's just one little mini dude, so I'm gonna keep cluttering away here. So I learned to be good with this weapon. I gotta get good.
All right. As long as you're keeping down your skill usage.
Yeah. Okay, I've got a 7, a 13, and a 12.
None of those hit, actually.
Well, sad face. That's all I got.
Okay, the spiders start taking their actions. The big spider mech shoots at you again, frequency.
Why is it shooting at me when it's got him on his back?
You've been shooting your rifle around a lot.
He's literally got a dude on his back.
But I've been quiet.
It doesn't have a sense of touch.
Excuses.
Anyways, a 9 misses, I assume.
Yes.
And then it shoots out another little mine. Beep boop. Right here. The posse takes action. They don't want to shoot at you, Sparkstorm, since you're top of the spider mech. They all shoot at the mine and blow it to smithereens. Sparkstorm, you're up.
Well, oh yeah, I can't dechant or debug anything because I'm not. I should really need to figure out what to do there. Um, while I'm on here, I'm gonna slice off the turrets that it has on its back. Just take my two tomahawks, just put my scroll away, take my two tomahawks, just slash, and just chop off the gun.
Okay, well, since you are grappled, I'll allow you to just make a damage roll.
Hell yeah. I put a space in there. A 9 and an 8.
Okay. As you slash at the guns directly attached to it, you notice that there are two guns, one shooting out a spider mine and one that was shooting lasers. Is there one that you're targeting?
Oh wait, what? Wait,
There's
I
two
just messed
guns,
up.
one that shoots out spider mines and one that shoots out lasers.
I was gonna do right arm for the eggs, the left arm for the lasers, and if they're still standing, go again.
Okay, you managed to heavily damage both of them, and you're free to do so again.
So the what was that first one? The egg one. That one receives 4. The laser receives 7.
Okay. The egg laying one is still functioning and intact. The other one is completely just ripped off. It's completely detached.
Excellent.
And spider's back up. It finally notices you, Sparkstorm, and tries to shake you off. Roll a fortitude check.
But I don't wanna.
You gotta.
I don't wanna.
But you gotta.
8.
You're shaken off. You
Cool.
fall on the ground. You get bucked off.
Excellent. To the left
And
or to
then
the right?
uh to the left over here.
Where's my mouse? There it is. Yeah.
Facing this way, it kind of reared up like an angry bull, and you fell off the side of it, all the way behind it. And then it shoots off another spider mine, but it can't do much else. And frequency, you're up.
Okay. I'm not gonna activate assault surge this time because I want to maintain magic, but I am gonna try to shoot it again.
Okay, the little spider mech.
Yep.
All right.
I'm guessing I missed both times. 8 and a 9.
Not your night. Yeah, no, you're just like point blank shooting like around it, Pulp Fiction style.
Well, it happens.
Yep, you miss. Your posse, unless you want them to avoid damaging the spider, if there's anything you want to leave intact,
No,
they will just shoot at it.
let them do them.
All right. Okay. Two of them land on the small spider. Dealing enough damage to kill it. And the
Yeah.
soldier takes aim at the mid spider mech now that you're off of it. Lands a blow. A straight shot. Spider takes direct damage, but is still standing. Okay. It rears up and actually tries to impale you with one of its legs, Sparkstorm, since it can't shoot its laser gun.
Oh, that's a shame.
Not quite as proficient with its legs as it is with its guns, and it rolls a 13.
That misses.
And
That
that's the
misses.
end of it. That's the end of its turn. It misses. It strikes down and misses you. Sparkstorm, you're up.
I'm gonna do a jumping slashing attack with a ground pound.
Okay. Roll hit +2 on top of all of your normal modifiers since you have the high ground. It's not that high, but it's the high ground.
What does that emerald say up there?
Mango worms.
Whoa, that looks weird.
Watch. Find out.
You making your roll, Sparkstorm?
Yeah, sorry, I like messed with something, and okay. Uh, God, a 12 and a 15.
15 hits.
That's 6 damage.
Okay, it's nearly destroyed. It's on its last legs. Frequency, you're up.
Okay, so this thing's dead now.
Yep.
This is all that's left.
Yep.
I asked Sparkstorm, do you want me to kill it or do you got this?
I reply, I mean, I can get it.
Well, I know you were trying to like harvest that one,
I'm
so
done with it, yes.
oh, okay. Then I will shoot at it.
All right. Hitting damage.
A 7 and a 14.
The 14 hits.
6 damage.
Just enough to put it down. It's destroyed. Everything's dead around you.
Yes.
Um, I would say that the subway returns to dead silence, but you do actually hear the faint sound of chittering coming from further in.
I tell everyone we should regroup over here. See what options we have.
Okay. Everybody kind of huddles around this little piece of debris over here. You do Roll a perception check.
Yeah. A 19.
The lights flare on once more. All the lights power on for a brief moment. Blink and you'll miss it kind of moment. And you do see all the way down here more of the graffiti lighting down the lines. Uh, Seems to be kind of like a walkway, a side rail. I don't know what you call it, corridor off the edge of the subway with one of the graffiti notes saying to go that way. And you do see legs, the outlines of legs further up past this debris. And you don't really know what's further up north from your direction based on where you're standing. And you do see a little spider over here minding its business.
What about the spider? Can we actually see it or no?
Sparkstorm sees it at the edge of his vision. Part of his leg is peeking down, um, right at the edge of this wall over here.
You have to roll perception and know if you found if to know if you see it.
Yeah, I mean, you're free to roll perception yourself, frequency, but Sparkstorm rolled right away and he got pretty high.
I'm rolling like shit tonight, so I'll just trust Sparkstorm.
All right, since we're here, I go to the guys. I'm like, all right, straight that way, and I point is the arrow, just like the one when we came in. I don't know
Yeah,
what's past that, or if it's more subway tunnels.
I mean, if we're real quiet, maybe we won't have to deal with any of those things.
That's what I was thinking. If you guys want to do that quietly, frequency, do you want to keep slashing or do you want to get out here? Frequency.
Yeah, I'm up for quiet.
Do you want to do you want to explore this area more or no?
No. Honestly, I think we're just gonna run into a bunch of spiders. If you've got all you need from them, then I'm willing to go.
All right, let's start making our way to the arrow.
Okay. These things don't react to sound. I mean, only seem to react to sound, so I'll give you advantage on your sneak rolls. So you guys roll sneak checks as you're going past them.
Danny, can you roll for me too? Since apparently you've been getting like stellar rolls today.
Sorry, no can do.
11.
You have advantage. Roll again.
True. Sorry, I've been trying to add this ability to my character sheet for like the last 5 minutes. Frequency.
Yeah, what's up?
Roll sneak.
Sneak?
Twice. You have advantage. You're trying to
Okay.
sneak past all the spiders.
I thought it was just
Un-
Sparkstorm roll.
Unless you're gonna stay put.
+4.
I rolled 2 11s.
Nice. And
It kind
then
of adds up to a plus 12.
okay. Well, if I'm sneaking, I'm going to use sneak speed, which gives me an extra bonus. So we rolled a 16 and
Can I set up here?
no. Ooh, 27.
Damn.
Really said not right now.
Okay. As you guys make your way over here,
Ooh. That happened.
all these guys kind of do pretty good too. They're all sneaking along with you guys.
Wow.
Sparkstorm, you kind of stumble along the way and hit a rock. Little spider starts creeping up over here. Doesn't attack anybody, but you do hear other chittering from further north in a tunnel.
I swear he just duplicated all these.
I did not. They were all there.
Um,
And now that you're here, you do see another dead guard or another dead soldier up there.
No, that's fine.
Uh, Okay, none of them are attacking. They just seem to be curiously walking towards you guys. You guys are free to make another movement action with your sneak checks.
Uh,
You want me to roll again? Or
Yeah,
just
everybody roll again with advantage. Well, actually, just Sparkstorm, since he's the only one that technically failed.
I can't even go anywhere. It's all black.
Okay.
Thank
All
God I had
right.
advantage on the unnatural 20.
Okay. You regain your bearings and continue to walk forward silently. You guys get forward to this part of the subway. Its lights are actually functioning perfectly. You guys might are free to move in.
Well, so they're going,
Done.
and
Our spiders here.
as they're going, I want to hastily pick this one up at the end and then just start walking down the tunnel with it, hoping that like if it does make a sound, we're like around a corner and a ways that like stuff won't hear us.
Wait, what are you trying to pick up?
This spider that's right in front of me. Try to
You're
pick it up
gonna.
as I'm leaving.
Okay, it is an active spider. Uh, well, roll another sneak check with disadvantage this time. Granted, it can't hear or feel anything, but you are handling it with your fingers.
A 9. Hell, I don't care if I have to fucking punt it down the tunnel. Like, as long as I get it out of this subway in one piece.
Okay. As you pick it up, as you're trying to walk past, it clearly notices it's being picked up and tries to bite you. You're holding it, so it does manage to bite you. You take 2 damage.
I go to resist. I tell
You
it
have
its
DR?
spikes are weak.
They're on me.
You
Yeah.
whisper that to it softly.
No, I just tell it. Um,
Please,
but yeah,
something else.
as I'm holding it and walking, since I'm walking in the back behind them, making sure the other like big guys don't follow, and I'm trying to just record the schematics of this one, fill in the gaps, blah blah blah, rip off a panel if I have to.
Okay, roll a d20.
I got an error. Oh, 14.
Having it intact right in front of your face is actually very helpful. You do glean quite a bit, but it is also moving and shaking around a lot in your hands, so you don't know everything just yet. Anyways, um, you guys are all in the subway here. This thing's rattling around in your hands, Sparkstorm. You guys try to keep walking further forward. All the spiders in here seem to be minding their own business.
Do you want to stop here?
We can stop here. We can take a pit stop.
I would say stop here. It's getting late.
Okay. So, uh, to recap the session, you guys have entered the subway and found that it has been infested with these spider mechs that you found earlier on the way on the caravan ride. Seems that there was a kill squad, a vermin exterminator group of Imperial troops who are mostly wiped out within the subway as well. You guys recruited one of them to join you on your way through the subway. Um, you are more or less trying to stay stealthy. Less. And we will find out how things go next time on Powerless.
Da-da-da. Thanks for watching and listening, everyone. Yeah, this is AED&D bringing you Powerless. Well, Donnie's bringing you Powerless, and we're playing Powerless. But yeah, once again, don't forget, like, subscribe, comment, rate, all the good stuff. If you have any feel free to tweet me directly at pork_17 and I'll pass the message on to these two bozos.
Hey, I am no bozo.
I beg
I'm
to
more of a
differ.
bongo.
Bozo? I'm the king of the bozos.
So yeah. See y'all later and thanks for watching.
See ya.
See y'all.